everyone, it's Samantha, and today was kind of hectic. I just tried to go in and out. I don't have my meal plan with me. I changed a couple of things around. We had last minute company this last weekend, over the holiday weekend, and we ended up going to the grocery store to get a couple of things. We got some steaks, some strawberries, and some sandwich meat, a couple of just things. So I'm going to be incorporating those steaks into our meal plans. It changes my planned out meal plan, so I will just show you guys what meals we had this week. This is actually going to be for the next 2 weeks. I may have a midweek run for some produce or something, but I'm going to try to stretch this out for the next 2 weeks. You can jump to the meals by looking at the time below. I'll add a jump so that you can just jump to the meals if you want. I ended up getting quite a few healthy snack options, mostly, produce, fruit, and veggies. And I'm trying to cut out my sugar intake. And by sugar intake, I mean junk food sugar. I don't mean, fruit sugar. I don't consider, eating apples added sugar. But anyway, so I ended up getting a lot of produce. I'm going to try to make pasta salad, and I forgot a couple of things at the grocery store. I forgot the tricolor rotini that I wanted for the pasta salad. I also forgot biscuits for something I'll talk about in a few minutes. And I also forgot one other thing. I can't remember, but I wrote it down. So we are going to go out and get those later in the week. I'll add those to this grocery run as well. So I'm just going to start walking you through everything. I've got some zucchini, cucumbers for snacking, broccoli, kale. I'm going to be having a friend over, and I'm going to make that spinach and kale soup. I've got spinach in the freezer, so I just needed the kale and the potatoes over there for the soup. Got the 50-50 spring mix and baby spinach for sandwiches, strawberries for snacking, my husband's jazz apples for his lunches, onion, mushrooms, Brayburn apples for me to snack on. I got a bunch of baby carrots so I can snack on them. I still have some hummus for that. Green peppers for pasta salad, and avocado, some more of the bean sprouts. They got a different brand in here. It is Sun Yum, so I don't know if it's any different. We'll see. Bananas, tomatoes, my husband's grapes. I'll probably go back for grapes and sandwich meat for a midweek run this next week. I got just enough sandwich meat for the rest of this week. It is Wednesday as of filming this. You can hear Olivia in the background. Got some corn for grilling, shredded carrots, asparagus, and then for snacking, I got a cantaloupe and a watermelon. Then I've got some of these creamy Swiss. I'll have these with crackers or just on bread. I like these a lot. I got the creamy Swiss and then French onion. And then for chips, I got tortilla chips that are restaurant style, bite size, and then a corn chips back there. Butter for baking. I'm going to be taking some stuff to a friend who just had a baby, and also chicken pot pies, which these are for. I'm going to get frozen biscuits. She could just put the frozen biscuits on top like we do. So I'm going to make a bunch of freezer ones for her. She'll have one for that night and then a bunch for her freezer, and I'll also make some for our freezer. So some of the supplies are just for that. I got bread, eggs, a thing of foil to cover up her freezer ones, and lots of creamed chicken soup, a big thing of milk. All these veggies are for the chicken pot pies, and same with this big pack of chicken breast. So I've got 2 things of the green beans, 2 things of broccoli, a thing of green peas, a thing of corn. Then I also got some Simply lemonade. I love strawberry lemonade lately. I've been making it pretty much every morning. Then for our treats, I got my husband a thing of Milanos, and they had the Halloween Oreos. Those ones are my favorite ones besides those fudge covered ones. I'm really excited about those. So this stuff right here, the foil things, and the stuff on top is all from Target. I had to get some essentials like toilet paper and stuff. I'm not going to do a haul, but I'll show you the food that goes along with this. So mini semi-sweet chocolate chips for the brownies. And 2 of these I had a coupon, spinach, peas and pear, and blueberry, pear, purple carrot. And then my husband needed tea, so I got decaf green tea and decaf black tea, and he likes to do half and half. So I don't know how much is just for this food at Target. I'll add it to my weekly total below this video, but my grocery is $120.56. And like I said, this is going to be for the next week and a half since it's midweek, and I will have to run out and get a couple of things. So it'll be a little bit higher, but it'll be for 2 weeks. When I was putting things away, I don't think I mentioned I got some of this Ken's Steakhouse Zesty Italian. That's going to be to marinate the steaks, and I'm also going to use that in my pasta salad. while dinner's working, I'm going to show you guys my midweek grocery haul here. I was just spacey and forgot a couple of things on my list, and I also needed to pick up biscuits. I needed some salsa. I bought a bunch of chips recently and didn't have any salsa left, so I needed some of that. Tricolor rotini, and then more of our teriyaki sauce. We did not like the island teriyaki sauce. This is the one we love. It's just a teriyaki marinade. It is so good. Absolutely love that one. And then my impulse were these cinnamon rolls. They just looked really good. I'll keep these in the freezer. I like, you can just, take out as many as you need. So we'll have those in case we want some sweet treats. Tonight I'm making an amended version of a dish that I like to make, which is called spicy shrimp linguine. This is going to be spicy veggie rotini, so everything's a little bit different. And I also got green beans over there that have been simmering. So what you do is you take about 1/4 cup of olive oil and then saute some minced garlic and minced jalapeno. I just used some pickled jalapenos from a jar, chopped them up, and then minced garlic from a jar. So I'm going to have these sauteing, and once they saute for a minute or two, once they get going, I will throw in my veggies to saute them too. So for veggies, I've got a can of diced tomatoes, and I pulled these out of the freezer. I've got some cut up cauliflower and broccoli, and also some spinach. And spinach is awesome in the freezer. All you have to do is squish it up. You don't even have to cut it. Once it's frozen, it just kind of like breaks apart. And this is the jalapenos that I used, these jalapeno slices. And then I also have some carrots I want to use up, and also some diced onion I'm going to use up. So those are going to be my veggies. Cooking the rotini in a different pot, and when they're al dente, I'll just throw them in with the sauce and let them cook until they're nice and tender, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And here's what our finished pasta looks like. I didn't mention, I also put in some salt and pepper. If I don't mention that, I pretty much put salt and pepper in everything. But it has it in there. And there's just a little bit of the olive oil and tomato juice mixture left. And I like the juice in mine, so I will use a spoon and get some of that juice. It's really nice with the pasta. So what I do ordinarily is, instead of all the veggies, I just put in shrimp and then just tomatoes. So it's just different with the veggies. But it'd be a nice way to use up some of the veggies that we had. Dinner tonight is leftover pasta and Chick-fil-A chicken biscuits. Olivia's grandmother came to visit us this weekend, and we asked her to stop and get Chick-fil-A chicken biscuits on the way, so she brought us a bunch of them. We're just finishing them up. So we each have 2 with our dinner, and we're so excited. We don't have a Chick-fil-A, so we're so excited to have a Chick-fil-A. We've been missing that. Dinner tonight was on the grill. We have a porterhouse steak we're gonna split, and then asparagus. I did it the same way as we always do. And then the steak, I marinated in Italian dressing like 30 minutes before we grilled it. Dinner tonight is chicken pot pie, and what I do is I just make biscuits on the side a lot of times, either just freezer biscuits or I make drop biscuits. These are a copycat Cheddar Bay biscuit I found on Pinterest. They're actually really, really good. I took a little nibble of that one. And then the chicken pot pie is the same chicken pot pie I've made in videos. I am taking food to a friend yesterday. I'm taking food to a friend tomorrow. You can tell I've been cooking a lot. And I made like 3 ginormous ones for her and 1 for our freezer. So it's really late now. And then I also have brownies for dessert. So I just did a double batch of that best ever brownies recipe. I'm going to take most of these to her, but we're going to have a little nibble tonight for dessert. Tonight for dinner we are having chicken fajita nachos. This is one of our favorites. We haven't done it in a while, so I thought we would try it again. We used to make this all the time. We kind of burn ourselves out of it. I probably have done a recipe or mentioned it before, but it's been a while. So basically what I do is I saute my veggies. This time I only have red pepper, green pepper, and onions. And then when they are sauteed in olive oil, and they get nice and tender, I throw in some shredded chicken. I happen to have made a bunch of shredded chicken yesterday in the crock pot. I kept some of it for this recipe for dinner, so it was super duper easy to throw together. All I had to do was chop up my veggies, and so I threw in my chicken, then my fajita seasoning. You can just Google homemade fajita seasoning or use one of those fajita seasoning packets. And then I add a little bit of water and let it simmer for a little bit so everything kind of melds together and makes it all really flavorful. And then for toppings, I've got some sour cream, some jalapenos, and some salsa. And here's what it looks like all plated up. Sorry, the dishwasher's running, but tonight's dinner is the same as last night. Just I heated up the leftovers, and the only difference is our avocado was ripe, so I went ahead and put our avocado on the top there. Dinner tonight is chicken pot pie, and it was just one of the ones I made the other day. I had a migraine today, and so I didn't feel like cooking. I just pulled this one out, and my husband went and got me soup earlier as I was feeling really nauseous, and I had him pick up frozen biscuits at the same time, so we have those for the topping. So we'll each have one biscuit on top of ours tonight, and then he'll have a biscuit for his lunch tomorrow as well.